All right, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for being here and welcome to the 2021 Bicycle Retailer Excellence Awards webinar. We are so thankful that you're here with us, and we are happy that you took the chance to get these extra points on your application. And we really appreciate you taking the extra initiative. So my name is Rachelle, Schouten, Development Director at the NBDA, and I'm here with Heather Mason, President of the NBDA, and we're just going to be sharing some tips and some retailer submitted, I guess, excellence tips for you. So I'm going to let Heather go ahead and take it from here.
Thanks, Rachelle, and thanks everyone for being here. The NBDA's Bicycle Retailer Excellence Award, we're calling it BREA, celebrates diversity and excellence in bicycle retail with a focus on inclusivity. The program is uniting retailers, suppliers, industry organizations, advocates, and consumers in identifying and highlighting exceptional bicycle stores across North America. Recipients will be acknowledged and awarded not only for your excellence in retail, but for integrity, inclusiveness, spirit, and a commitment to grow ridership. The award will be awarded to retailers who score 80% or above on application and programming. And don't forget those bonus points you're getting today. Special note of thanks to our sponsors. These sponsors will be joining us at the awards ceremony, which will be held at the Big Gear Show in Park City, Utah in early August. So online, you can link to the application. Once you begin the application, you can go in and out, saving your progress and re-entering at any time to complete. Just be sure to submit the completed form by May 31st. This application, which corresponds with our retailer education webinar happening today, contains a series of questions that will give us better insight into your retail operations and unique store culture. The application also acts as a productive tool for you to evaluate areas that may be able to be improved upon. You can expect an easy to answer checkbox questions as well as areas to provide more descriptive answers. We also ask for a few photos of your shop, and there's even an opportunity to include a video of your choosing. The 2021 NBDA Bicycle Retailer Excellence Award application contains a weighted list of questions covering topics such as operational excellence, customer service, staff and leadership, marketing excellence, community involvement, local and national bicycle advocacy, shop appearance, and DEI. What does excellence in bicycle retail look like to you?
Well, I come at it from a business standpoint, so I think I have to start with operational excellence. There's one of our other beliefs is profitability is sustainability. So you need to build around a profitable business in order to be there to serve your customers over time. But operations equals also means having the right product, well merchandised, in a friendly shopping environment where you're offering that excellent customer service. I think those things are the cornerstone. But then adding to that, doing the things that only a local bike shop can do, and stepping outside your door and getting involved in the community. I think that's what we all need. That everybody in this channel is in large part, if not exclusively, dependent on local bike shops thriving and doing what only they can do.
We asked retailers to share their tips of excellence in categories such as shop layout, staff and management, DEI, marketing, community, and financial analysis. The rebrand of the America's Best Bike Shop program focuses on identifying and highlighting exceptional bicycle stores across North America and the diversity of these retailers. Recipients will be awarded not only for their retail excellence, but for their integrity, inclusiveness, spirit, and commitment to grow ridership.
Hey, we're the Clean Machine Bike Shop, and we just want to let you know a little bit about our service department. So part of our service department is be able to, we want to be able to have prices posted accurately, as well as what folks are going to be getting with our service. So we have stuff like our tune-ups, which include everything in our tune-up, as well as all of our rates are posted on our labor rate board, which at that point, if anybody has any questions about, what anything costs, they can just look there and everything will be posted clearly and accurately at all times. If folks want to be able to work on their own bikes, we also do have the option of selling tools to be able to empower them to do so. And we do understand that some folks don't have their own tools. So we do have a set of some loaner tools that we'd like to be able to provide just in case somebody wants to work on their bike and doesn't have that. In terms of other stuff from our service department, we also would like to show you how we organize our work orders. So this is our work order wall. And then once we get a bike, we're able to do an initial check-in, run through all the systems check. And then once we've decided, hey, this is what needs to be done to a certain bike, we'll go ahead and place it in our schedule for repairs. So we'll go ahead and place it for the next available day for pickup. And then if it needs some parts to order, basically for the repair, at that point, we'll go put it on a separate section of our board for until we get that part in. And then for the customers contacted at that point, if a guest has a repair and we have not gotten yet the okay to go ahead and do it, at that point, we'll go ahead and leave it there. So once we get that confirmation, we can go ahead and put them on the schedule. That's a little bit of our shop, and I hope you enjoyed it.
We thought it would be nice to share some authentic customer reviews of retailer excellence. Although I did not end up buying the bike I want, my friend bought his. It was a pleasant buying experience, and for me, window shopping experience yesterday. Carlos was so patient and was never pushy, very polite, and answers even the silliest questions we asked him. He looked so very young, and yet he knew a lot and already had a very excellent customer service. Once I'm ready to buy my own bicycle, we'll surely come back here and ask for Carlos to help out. I hope the owner, manager will commend this young man. He is an asset to this team. Besides specifics on exterior, entry, shop layout, bike displays, clothing, and service, the application gives you an opportunity to dive into what you do specifically. And if it does not align with our questions, it gives you an opportunity to tell us more. Let's dive into each segment. Store exterior. This is Bicycle World in Mount Kisco. And what they said to us is, we try to keep our building neat and tidy at all times. We clean our windows often, pick up trash on the sidewalk and in the adjacent parking lot. We sweep the front sidewalk, and during the good weather, we put out potted plants flanking the front door for color. To enhance your exterior experience, pay attention to its accessibility, messaging, and overall presence. In terms of parking, think about pedestrian walkways, lighting, and safety measures. Your store signage should be clear, legible, vibrant, well-maintained, and reflective of your in-store experience. Some features could include clean doors, freshly painted walls, and little touches like benches and murals. Your store's visual appearance at the entrance is the final gateway before customers enter your store, and it's so important to remember this. From Richardson's Bike Mart, they say entryways are kept clear and open, allowing the customer a full line of sight to navigate where to go based on their needs and be greeted by a salesperson.
We just launched a redesign of our America's Best Bike Shop program. It's called the Bicycle Retailer Excellence Awards. And new this year, we're bringing in a part where bicycle shop owners such as yourself can engage your community, and people can actually vote for your shop. And there's different sections. So there's online, mobile, bike shop with cafe, pretty cool. But nice. I'm trying, I end all my podcasts by asking the guests, if I, put the term out there, bicycle retail excellence, what does that mean to you? And I'd like to get your thoughts. What does that mean? Excellence in bicycle retail.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we're trying our best to do that through the various ways. I've told most all of them on this podcast in the last hour. But yeah, to me, I think it does mean, I think it means customer centric. I think it means modern. I think there's a lot of great bike shops out there that are well intentioned, but they're still a bit behind the times when it comes to their technology, and the way they communicate with customers is maybe a little dated. So yeah, I think it's customer centric. I think it's attention to detail. I think it's making sure you're staying modern, and also making sure you're doing your best to like bring true value to the industry in various different ways, whether that's educational content or giving back or like really supporting your community in a unique way. Yeah, transparency. I mean, I think all those things will really help, you know, because at the end of the day, anybody, wherever they are on their path of, you know, being a cyclist for 20 years or just getting into the sport, if they go into a shop and they feel respected and treated well, and like the people there want to be friends with them and like they want to be friends with them, that's going to make them want to continue riding bikes and realize that like, wow, this is not just an industry and it's not just a thing with two wheels, but this is kind of a lifestyle, and the people that are in it smile a lot and they're nice to me, and I want to be hanging out with those people and riding bikes with those people. And like, if we can get our industry to sort of as a whole have that brand of like, hey, people who ride bikes are fun, people who ride bikes are nice, respectful, cool people that have a good time and enjoy the outdoors in a healthy, fun manner. I think if like the cycling industry in general can sort of push that and let people know that, I think we would have, you know, a way better odds of more people joining the industry. And yeah, so I think that's cool. But it turns out also you could just have a pandemic and that makes more people ride bikes too. So who knew?
I love your description of excellence in bicycle retailer. And it means that we're getting more people into our sport, more people into our work environments, and just embracing this. We just launched. So when it comes to store layout and design, think about the look and feel. Is it consumer friendly, service friendly? From Richardson's Bike Mart, they say, our store layout is specifically designed to be aesthetically pleasing and easy to navigate shopping experience. You will find the same design elements implemented in all of our stores for brand consistency. Regarding store layout, we used to have a 3,500 square foot showroom. Most of that was taken up by Surprise Surprise Bikes. And it was the sea of bikes concept. About 3 years ago, we downsized to a smaller location. We felt that the larger store was somewhat intimidating and the sea of bikes was a dated concept that didn't really meet the customer's needs. As a result of the change, we didn't really lose that much total space. We just moved half of our space upstairs to a vacant unit, and that became our warehouse. The end result was a smaller, much more intimate retail space, which garnered lots of compliments. We divided things into segments, mountain, road, women's, etc., with podium displays to highlight these. We made good use of our high ceilings, which have allowed us to look full without looking overwhelming. That's from Gotta Ride Bikes.
So to me, just excellence in every area. And what do I mean by that? I mean, not just great customer service. That's absolutely part of it. Great products. That's absolutely part of it. A great shop experience, like actually the look and feel and the flow of the shop, I think is part of excellence. The branding is part of the excellence. The online experience is part of the excellence. Those are all things that, you know, I don't think we're doing those all perfectly, but those are all things I'm thinking about, and we're pushing all those areas forward to try to make it very cohesive. So when you see the website, when you see the green van, when you walk into the shop, when you see someone on one of our products, it all clicks and feels very cohesive. So to me,
and this shop layout feedback was from Bicycle World in Mount Kisco, New York. Our building is long and narrow, so we are somewhat limited by the shape. However, we do make the displays inviting by keeping them tidy and organized and well labeled. We have mannequins displaying seasonal clothing, and bike gear is inherently colorful and exciting, which really helps. Are your bike displays consumer friendly, compelling? Bike displays are designed so the customer can envision themselves utilizing the products. Bike displays should be updated quarterly or seasonally based on category, season, and current events. A great exercise is to walk in your store as a customer for the first time and ask yourself, What catches my eye first? What is the most interesting feature? How much of the store can I see when I walk in? Are there areas that don't look inviting or that you can't see? Does the organization of the store encourage you to walk around? Does it all feel like one store? Are there areas where all the people are? Are the customers and employees spread out around the store, or is everyone in one area? Regarding bike inventory and stocking strategy, think store brand consistency and are your processes planned and effective? Here is some feedback from past America's Bike Shop winners. Offer a great selection of every type of bicycle for all riders age 1 to 100, including a great selection of BMX bikes, electric bikes, trikes, and used bikes. I know that feedback might not apply to every single store, but that was a great suggestion if it does apply to you. And as bike inventory is limited, some retailers display sold bikes so that customers can see styles and colors and sizes that are coming back into stock. They also have an extremely organized backorder system and keep in regular contact with customers regarding their orders. And if the ETAs change dramatically, they're quick to let them know. Regarding parts and accessory displays, are they easy to navigate? Do they pull customer interest? And do they help sell product? Here's some past tips from America's Best Bike Shop winners as well. This one says, we offer a great selection of brand name parts and accessories to enhance the riding experience for customers. Another tip, like bikes, we have unavailable parts and accessories on back order and are quick to order when we can. We have waiting lists for everything from car racks to helmets and more. We text, email, and call customers as things become available, and they've had a very high rate of conversion. So some additional images of accessories and how they might be displayed within your store. Is your apparel effectively merchandised, freshly stocked? We asked Richardson's Bike Mart their take on apparel. They say, a wide selection of styles and sizes for every type of rider in our market, presented in a well-merchandised, clean apparel section with well-maintained changing rooms, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff there to help customers find what they need. Another image, life is better on a bike. I personally love the shop jersey. Thanks for sharing the images with us, Richardson's. And another suggestion on apparel.
From the Clean Machine Bike Shop in Carver. So I just wanted to show you our clothing area. First thing, we actually got a plant plan and budget. So we have plants around the store. Our clothing area also serves as our waiting room. So a raised area, we've got stuff separated between men's and women's. We are looking to increase our size runs to be more inclusive of different body types. Yeah. From the Clean Machine Bike.
Thanks to the Clean Machine for sending those over. I love the plant thing, that's great. Okay, is your service department user-friendly, consumer-focused, and profitable? Michael says, our service department is friendly, knowledgeable, and committed to getting riders back on their bikes as quickly as possible, along with providing the customer with helpful tips and tricks to get the most mileage out of their bike. So here's a tip, don't just make room for the service department, design it. Ask yourself these questions. What does service mean to the store financially? Could it mean more if we were doing things even better? If we're underperforming, is it because we haven't priced our services right? How long does the typical service transaction take? If we increased it, what would the effect be? How much does our service business vary from day to day or hour to hour? How will we measure the efficiency of service? Would a change to the service department mean displacing other profitable things? And if we create an open service area, will it serve people to view customers cost us more? We've instituted curbside drop-off and pickup for bikes and customers love it. Even after COVID, we're going to keep it part of our mix. We've been working hard to keep our turnaround times tight. The biggest challenge now is availability of parts. Again, we have standing back orders with every major distributor and waiting lists for items that we need. We've done a good job of anticipating needs and keeping stock on hand. Some more on service.
Hey, this is Evelyn with the Clean Machine again. We just want to show you one last thing, and that is our service counter. So our service counter has a lot of different visuals that caters to a lot of different folks, just like we like to. So one of the things we have here is our All Are Welcome sign, which lets folks know that we don't discriminate and everyone from the community is always welcome. We also do cater to Spanish-speaking folks and like to let them know that we are always here for them. And several of our staff are also Spanish speakers, including myself. We also have the Stop RDU Quarry sign, which lets folks know that we do care about local projects and care about preserving our local wildlife. And then finally, our Twerk visual posters, which let folks know that we are involved with the local cycling groups in our community, and we do sponsor them as well. And then when we come over here, we are also currently and often work with bike drives. So we do also do donation drives and we are a donation drop off for when folks want to donate to different bike drives. So yeah, and that's kind of it. Thank you so much. Hey, this is Evelyn with the
Even though they were very busy and backed up, the technician took a quick look at my bike and helped me fix a problem I was having and answered all of my dumb questions. I can't recommend this shop more. 10 out of 10, 100% great people. Absolutely fantastic reviews. When it comes to staff and management, we are looking for the best. We want staff that is engaged, trained, passionate, and relatable. This looks like a great team. Thanks, Recycled Cycles, Bicycles, and Fitness from Fort Collins, Colorado, for your input for today's webinar. Here's some simple philosophy. Staff lives by the critical actions of we smile, we learn, and we serve. This allows you to better serve your customers by approaching them with positivity and giving them the knowledge they need to make an informed decision to meet their needs. Regarding engagement and training, here's some tips we got from retailers. Have a very thorough employee handbook and hands-on training that helps give everyone the tools they need to be happy. Focus on retention, pay well, offer bonuses, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and pension if possible. Encourage and reward staff to complete training modules from vendors and even offer perks for those who complete the training, like gift cards or free lunch. Your service department staff should be consumer focused and profitable. They're interacting directly with customers. Mechanics can check each other's work to ensure it's 100% done. A good idea is a test ride of every bike to make sure all requests have been answered. And an idea is to consider junior mechanics for basic repairs and bike cleaning so senior mechanics can focus on more technical work. Here is Eileen and Eric Marcos from Bicycle World talking about their leadership style. Eric and I try to set a good example for our staff. There is nothing that we would ask them to do that we don't do ourselves. We work more hours than anyone on our staff and treat each customer as a guest in our home, which is their store. We know 75% of our customers by name, and it's like we're all a big family. We care deeply about our staff and our customers, personally and professionally. Thanks, Eileen and Eric. Eric and Eileen and their whole team know how to provide excellent customer service. They know what is important to their customers, and they deliver time and time again. 5-star review. We ask you in the application to complete a self-audit of your store and look for areas that you can improve DEI to include Black, Indigenous, people of color, women, and LGBTQ in your staff, management, and amongst your customers and community. Ask yourself, are you ensuring that people feel comfortable and included regardless of gender, gender identity, race, class, or any other perceived difference? Cycling is a global sport that benefits from diversity in all ways. Some basic guiding principles: build a community, implement a series of immediate, short-term, and long-term initiatives designed to encourage and facilitate an inclusive culture in your retail environment. Respect, play an active role in establishing a culture of trust and respect within your retail environment and cycling community. Take time to listen without responding where appropriate, and appreciate the courage it takes to speak one's truth. Listen, learn, lead. Create intentional spaces and consistent opportunities for members of your staff and community to raise their voices and share their stories. Provide a safe space for individuals to share their experiences free from intolerance, hatred, or discrimination. And finally, grow. Do not be stagnant, but instead proactively seek opportunities to partner with and learn from retailers and community members who are creating a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusivity that we all aspire to.
All right, Bicycle Retailer Excellence Awards. We just launched. We rebranded the America's Best Bike Shop program, making it more inclusive to the diverse shops that are, we have shops with coffee shops now. We have so many different bicycle shops. So I'm asking guests for my last question, if I asked you to describe the term excellence in bicycle retail and what that means to you, what would you say?
Probably inclusivity is first and foremost, probably the most important, and definitely a knowledgeable, friendly staff. So that's what I see as for probably an excellence in bicycle retail.
On the inclusivity piece, is there any tips that you would give to retailers besides, outside of what we've already spoken about, that they could look to implement to be excellent retailers in that regard?
Just being welcoming. I mean, just having a store that isn't elitist. I mean, it just is anybody who walks in that door is a priority, and they deserve your undivided attention, no matter if they're looking for their first bike or their 10th bike.
All right, bicycle retail.
In marketing and customer engagement, we ask you to look at your technology and digital presence, your marketing, and how you are engaging current and new customers. A focus on your website optimization. Your online presence is so critical to put your business online and keep your customers updated about the shop's services and products. Do you sell online and drive customers to your brick and mortar store? Do you use and could you improve your SEO and even optimize it for localized keywords? Your website, clean it up today. Today's digital landscape, it is all about user experience. Think about including a blog or how-to videos. Make it personal and educational. Do you have a marketing plan that involves connecting socially? Some tips. So first, find your social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Sit down and set some goals. Choose a social media manager or a specific employee who's going to handle this. Create a content calendar. Curate and post content. Mix it up. Make it engaging. And then track your results. A great rule of thumb, as Spoken Sport in South Dakota does, be engaging and informative to the general cyclist. Think outside of the box and be creative like Recycled Cycles does. Love this. Make your engagement personalized. More than ever, this is a time to connect with consumers on a very personal level. Begin by collecting your customers' information. Know your customer. Stay in contact regularly with emails. You can even meet your customers where they are by using SMS and live chat functions when appropriate. Follow up with your customers post-visit and engage with your customers on various social platforms.
So I'm coining a term, bicycle retail excellence. And we want to provide resources, education to bicycle retailers to be excellent. But what does that term mean to you, excellence in bicycle retail?
Yeah, so I mean, when you're sort of at that top tier, that essentially means that someone can research the bikes that you carry, can buy the bikes that you carry from pretty much anywhere in the world, or let's just say anywhere in the region. And once they've made a purchase decision, they can then have that purchase fulfilled in any way they want to have it fulfilled, which means either it gets shipped to them, it gets picked up in the store, it gets put aside and as a deposit, and someone comes in and gets it. And I think, you know, from that kind of excellence, then, like, aside from just the transactionality part of it, there's also the, you know, that shop is doing a better job of communicating with their customers on a regular basis, nurturing those relationships. They're also doing a better job of following up and facilitating future sales. They're doing a better job of, you know, just naturally through the course of business, they are going to have a better reputation and have a better experience with their customers, because they're leveraging the right kind of tools that has made their world easier. And, you know, ultimately it's a happy buyer and a happy seller, and everyone lived happily ever after.
So
The application asks for specific examples of local community participation, charity work, donations, public education campaigns, safety training, and if you do any special riding events, trail work, if you're part of your local business community association, and how your shop is involved in promoting bicycling on a national level. We're looking for you to tell us something unique about the way you build community. So do you sponsor or support local bike events through bike clubs, schools, or other organizations? Do you host shop rides, events, clinics? Do you support local trails, safe lanes, and advocacy? Do you donate to various local cycling organizations when possible? Are you involved with your local chamber of conference? And do you belong to People for Bikes, the NBDA, and other organizations to keep up with our industry? We know this past year has been difficult with COVID, but great things to think about how you build community forward.
So we are working on creating excellent retailers, right? So that is our mission here at the NBDA, is to inform, encourage, resource, and, you know, having people like yourself on to share your story and how you got into the industry and what you're doing at the shop to connect with your community. When I say a bicycle retailer of excellence, what would that mean to you?
Yeah, you know,
I'm giving you the hard ones, Matt.
It is hard. When you put that question in, you know, earlier, and you know, I really wanted to think about it, and I came up with all these different answers, and, you know, financial stability, being debt free, blah blah blah. But none of that really resonates with me. And then I was thinking about it, and one of the greatest compliments that I've received since I've had the shop came to me just a few weeks ago. And a customer that's been a customer since the very beginning, also works with the city and is very heavily involved in the community as well, from a different perspective, but definitely knows the pulse of the community, knows what the community wants, needs, and what they talk about. And he said to me, he said, man, Matt, he's like, you know what? He's like, you and your shop, you are one of the pillars that helped to hold up this community. And I was kind of taken aback by that, because we don't ever perceive ourselves in any way, shape, or form as the pillar. But and I thought, man, that is a great thing to hear, because that's been my goal, is to be something that's essential to this town and essential to my area and the people that I serve, and to be something that this community looks to for a resource that helps to bring them joy and happiness. And I think that if you can achieve that, and it's something that's always in work, I'm never satisfied, I'm never happy with where I'm at. I always want to be better and do more, and improve. But I think if you can get to that point where you are part of that community, I think that you've achieved some form of retail excellence for sure.
So
The application asks about financial analysis. Do you use KPIs? Do you work with professionals? And are you paying attention to ways that you can make added revenue? So here's some tips. Have a financial plan with realistic goals. Keep excellent records. Hire an expert if needed. Follow a hands-on approach to understand weekly, monthly, and annual trends and where you're at. Invest in a point of sale system and use it. Manage your cash, limit your debt, and control receivables. Pay early and take discounts whenever possible. Focus on those also important inventory turns. Manage and stay on top of expenses. Shop fixed expenses every year or two. Think about your space and the use of it. And for sure, manage your payroll. New this year, the secret shopper portion of the application is optional. All retailers will have an opportunity to purchase an evaluation from a secret shopper, which comes complete with a comprehensive report of their experience. The secret shopper experience is something that many shops really enjoy doing. And this feedback from Janine McDonald, the marketing manager at Recycled Bicycles and Fitness, goes without mention. We are participating in the secret shopper portion of the Excellence Award as it provides honest feedback to help us better position our store to provide the greatest customer experience. The feedback we receive provides input for us to make positive steps towards improving the business and ultimately driving sales. And they gave us this great picture to use with this cute little puppy. Thanks so much, guys. We've learned something from every year that we've been secret shopped. Our biggest takeaway is that we weren't doing a good job with add-ons to bike sales. Since the report, we've made a big effort and it's been working well. We don't want to oversell anyone, but we do want to make sure that each customer has what they need to enjoy their bike to the fullest. We also use our point of sale system to check on add-ons periodically and to make sure we're keeping up with this. Photo courtesy of Richardson's Bike Mart. So new this year, we additionally added a People's Choice component to the program. The voting begins June 1st and goes for the entire month of June. You'll find interactive marketing materials to engage your community to nominate your store for a People's Choice Award on the NBDA website. Winners will be announced at the Big Gear Show awards ceremony. People's Choice recipients will receive a free award plaque, an outspoken blog feature, an invitation to be a guest on Bicycle Retail Radio, and highlighted in our award winner announcement. The People's Choice Award will encourage your customers to vote for your store and be awarded to the top 3 retailers in each of the following categories. A shop with, let's say, a cafe or snow apparel retail as well. A single door location, a multi-door location, a bicycle fit studio, e-bike specialty, tourist or seasonal, a shop in an underserved community, or even a mobile retailer.
Okay, so before we go, this is the question that I want to ask you. So you might have seen that we rebranded the America's Best Bike Shop program to be the Bicycle Retailer Excellence Awards. And basically, we're going to be awarding certificates to shops that are excellent retailers. So if I ask you what being an excellent bicycle retailer means to you, what would you say?
On the consumer level or at our level?
Oh, great question. At our level, yeah.
At our level, it is respect and reputation. Respecting each other, respecting other competitors, and respecting manufacturers. And that includes the history with those manufacturers, right? And also reputation, right? You've known me before you were in the industry, and a lot of people have known me throughout their life in the industry, and they all respect me. They might not like me, and I can't answer for that. A lot of people like me, I think, but they respect us. They know that we mean business, and that we don't lie. Like I don't lie, right? And I'll give you an example. A customer takes a bike out, breaks it, comes back, points the finger at me, right? And I'll tell that customer, if I happen to be the one he's pointing at, I'm going to give you a chance to tell me what you did, and then I'll help you. And if he says, I'm sorry, I did this, I'll move the moon for them. Like I'll do whatever it needs because they asked for help. you know, and I do the same with my manufacturers, right? So, you know, I won't lie to a manufacturer, oh, you didn't send me this when we did. I'll just say, hey, it's, you know, I need it, I lost it, and they'll figure it out for me, right? So that reputation is very important to be honest and to work together. Now, if we're talking consumer side.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I ask you about this? What does it mean to be an excellent retailer to a consumer?
So on the consumer side is understanding, all right, not basically being clear with your customer, upholding great service, creating an experience so that outside your shop, they have a good experience. And being more like a therapist to the customer and not so much a person just trying to sell, you know, we're not selling hot dogs here. This is therapy. So understanding that, yeah, your day might be harder, but theirs might be a lot worse. It's not our job to get mad or to get upset. They come to us because they need us. They need they need that freedom of you know, why do you ride a bike? To be free and to enjoy life, right? So not just creating that awesome experience and enhancing the emotion that every cyclist puts into the bike, you know, whether it's mountain track, road, gravel, whatever it is, right? Everyone has their reason and purpose, and it's your job as a retailer to make it awesome. So anybody who makes that customer's experience awesome, that much better, represents their brands properly, you know, respects their local retailers, competitors, then that makes a good retailer, I think.
Okay, so
thanks again to this year's 2021 sponsors. So this year's winners, how will they be chosen? Excellence in application, participation in programming, like being here today, your individualism and uniqueness in your application process, the pictures and videos you give us, and submitting that extra material. So the Bicycle Retailer Excellence Award recipients will receive recognition as an excellent retailer, a Bicycle Retail Excellence Award certificate, a letter template to alert your local news outlets of your award, marketing collateral to showcase your award to your community, an invitation to a live award ceremony at the Big Gear Show, media mentions and listings on the NBDA website. We're announcing the winners live at the Big Gear Show August 3rd through 5th, and that awards ceremony we invite you all to attend is August 4th. Thank you all for attending.
We have a few extra minutes. If anybody has comments or questions, we can field those. And thank you for being here. Thank you for spending 45 minutes on a Friday with us. We really appreciate it. And we really hope to see you at the Big Gear Show. I think it would be fun to get together and actually come together with all of our retailers and just socialize.
Well, it's Friday. We appreciate you being here. We hope you got a lot of great little tips and got the brain kind of chewing on some of these ideas. We appreciate our retailers who did share with us, who took the time out of their schedules, got their staff involved making videos. We're really uniting to make some, positive changes and moving forward as an industry and collectively. And we appreciate our members, and we're really looking forward to reading all the applications. Rachelle and I are going to go through them one by one. We're just super excited for this year, and we really do hope that you're able to maybe come out and join us at the Big Gear Show, or if not, then we'll see you at one of the CABDA shows in the fall. But any comments, feedback, please email us. We love to see your interest and your involvement, and just have a great afternoon and an amazing weekend ahead.
Thanks, everyone.